Hey, and welcome everybody here on a Wednesday night. Thanks to everybody that tunes in on the Goat Locker Racing Network. Again, whether you're there on Twitch, YouTube, hanging out on your phone, sitting up at Vermont Sim Racer, watching us on the big screen, we appreciate everybody that tunes in. We're in the middle of open qualifying, which is kind of unique. You don't see that too often in trucks at Darlington, but hey, what the heck? We're going to do a day race at Darlington. We're going to have open qualifying, and at the end of the day, Jamie, somehow we're gonna crown a champion tonight.
We sure are. We're end of second season here with Maple Ridge Racing, and looking forward to having a good one here tonight with these trucks at Darlington. Said last week I was kind of jealous of them getting to do this race tonight, and real excited to see this one go down.
Yeah, Darlington's an awesome track. I love racing here. I know you do as well. We've got three drivers tonight. They're going to be battling it out for the championship. Mike D'Amico sitting with 60 points right now. Peyton Hill with 55, and John Dickerman with 49. So, I mean, you look at it and you say, well, Mike D'Amico's, maybe got this thing wrapped up. There's only 10 trucks out here, but you just never know how these races are going to go. So, but they're gridding up right now. So let's go through tonight's starting lineup. So sitting on the pole this evening, speaking of Mike D'Amico, is Mike D'Amico in that number 29 machine with a lap time of 29.377. So congratulations to him. Kyle Meyer is going to start to his outside, the number 88. Peyton Hill is going to roll off third in that 48 truck. Brian Hoare in the number 3 will start fourth. Starting fifth is John Dickerman in that 13 from JJ Racing. And then rolling off sixth is Jake Ellingson from Goat Locker Racing in that number 27. Mario Urcolani in the 41 will roll off 7th to his outside Chad White. Alex Marinelli, who we all love and hate at the same time, is going to roll off 9th in that 17 truck. And starting shotgun on the field here tonight is Kevin Otis in that 09.
Mike D'Amico took that pole tonight by 1,000ths of a second. I don't think he can get a whole lot closer than that. Just did edge Kyle Meyer out for that first position.
That was a tight one there. This is going to be an interesting race because typically you run Darlington at night. This is an old concrete surface. It's slick. It's slick when it's at night, when you don't have the sun beating down on it. So we watched some practice there for a little while, saw some of the trucks in open qualifying. And you take your typical issues at Darlington and now multiply them by 10. This track is hot. It's slick. You're watching drivers really getting loose coming out of 2. So it's amplifying those problems right now, Jamie.
I can only imagine how bad that exit of turn 2 is going to be for the first few laps until you get some grip in these tires. But, they've all got to deal with it, so we'll see who deals with it best.
Yeah, I mean, they're all on equal footing. I mean, that's the one thing you can say about it. They're all going to have to learn to drive it, but the pace truck hangs that hard left, heads down pit road. We're getting ready to take the green flag and get underway here tonight at the Maple Ridge Championship night here at Darlington Raceway. Green flag is out, and we are underway. Looks like a little bit of a tire slip there for the 88 on the outside line. Does not get the greatest start there. 29 and 48 off and running here, and we'll see these trucks want to get single file pretty quickly.
Mike D'Amico's going to want to take advantage of that slip there from Kyle Meyer and try to get as much distance as he can. But Peyton Hill has other ideas. He jumps to the inside going into turn 3.
Yeah, I mean, there are just so few places that you can pass here. And Peyton Hill in that 48 pulls off a monster pass there. Goes around to lead lap number 1.
Put the slide job on him early.
And that's what you got to do at a track like this. I mean, you don't have too many opportunities that you can pass, and passing is difficult. You can catch somebody on a restart here and really be able to power your truck up, and you got to pounce on it.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely get that. You got to take advantage of your opportunities, but we'd be having a different conversation if that not worked out. Mike D'Amico got taken out on lap 1 of the championship race. But good on Peyton Hill to get to the point. Lead this thing early.
Oh, we got a truck around in the back.
Not Jake Ellington, is it?
I don't think so, or at least I thought. I think it was Chad White, and he is now since disconnected. So first truck out. Well, he's in the pits. It looks like he's actually towed back to the pits. Peyton Hill continues to lead here as these top three trucks are real close to one another. A little bit of a gap back to Brian Hoare there in the number 3 truck. John Dickerman in the 13, still running back there in 5th. Jake Ellingson holding on to a good 6th position there as it looks like he got real loose coming off the corner. But gathered that truck up and keeps it moving down the line here.
Yeah, watching Jake in practice, he was backwards when he was going forward, so I just assumed it was him.
That's true. That's also true. And Jake did it. I mean, he really, before the race even started, we were having a conversation with him, and he really kind of broke the cardinal rule. He was like, hey, guys, don't make fun of me too much during the broadcast. Which really translates to, now we're going to ruthlessly make fun of you during the race. So whatever happens, Jake, and the Ellingson family, it's on you. And now we see Mike D'Amico trying to make a pass on Peyton Hill, heading off into turn number 1. He's able to power up that number 29 machine and take the lead of this race back over.
Really surprised to see Kyle Meyer not trying to take advantage of that, pick up that position as well, but he falls in line behind the 48. See if Mike D'Amico can now take advantage of this, try to separate himself.
Yeah, for sure. And hey, Papa Ellingson, welcome to the stream. Glad you got a chance to tune in. So good racing here so far from Darlington Speedway. And we're kind of at that point in time of this run. I mean, I think, probably that lap 10 to 15, we're really going to start to see some of the trucks that took care of their tires to get started, and some of the trucks that didn't. I mean, it shows up quick at this track. If you abuse your equipment, you abuse your tires, you don't even have to get later in the run. I mean, it's 10 to 15 laps in, it's going to start to show.
Oh, absolutely. 10 laps is going to start to show on by lap 15. I don't care if you're taking care of your tires. By 15 laps on these tires, you're wanting new ones anyway. So pace is definitely going to start slowing down. We'll see if we get separation here.
We'll head through the field here a little bit and check in on everyone as we're on lap number 8 of our scheduled 85 here tonight. Mike D'Amico back out to the lead from the pole. Peyton Hill, another one of our championship contenders here tonight, running back in 2nd position. Kyle Meyer, in that 88, running in 3rd right now, having himself a pretty solid race. Brian Hoare in the number 3 truck, but it has the number 4 on the side of it, but we're going to let that one go as we see John Dickerman move his way around him. So move that number 13. Well, not quite yellow. Looks like Brian Hoare gets up into the wall there a little bit, and John Dickerman's able to move by now for that 4th position. Mario Ercolani's been able to move his way up to 6th. Jake Ellingson's dropped 1 position back to 7th as he continues to kind of chase the rear of that truck. Kevin Otis has moved up a couple spots now. He's up into that 8th position. Alex Marinelli running back in 9th. And again, not too surprising to see him be a back marker. I mean, that's typically where he's at. And Chad White, I believe, is actually out of the race right now.
He is disconnected.
All righty. So down to 9 trucks here left of this race. We'll head back up front here and check in as we're starting to see Mike D'Amico start to step away a little bit. Kyle Meyer as well start to fade just a little bit here.
Yeah, I'm really surprised to see Kyle Meyer not making a push to get towards the front. We saw him completely dominate the race last week. Definitely wheeling. So here with the close qualifying times they had, him and Mike D'Amico would have been battling for this lead. Right now.
Yeah, and right now when you look at these lap times, they're running 30.2s. That last lap, Mike D'Amico and Peyton Hill both in the 30.2s. Kyle Meyer at about that lap by, he was at a 30.2. So these top 3 drivers right now, they're either kind of matching their lap times or they're just swapping back and forth a little bit. And so we'll kind of continue to watch these 3 trucks as we get into a little bit longer run here. But you look at our top 3 drivers right now are the only drivers um, that are sub 31 seconds. So there's a large difference between the top 3 and the rest of the field right now.
Wow, that's definitely impressive.
I'm not sure what happened to the number 13 machine, but he is now a lap down. He went down pit lane and must have had something going on there because he actually went down. Let's see if I can't go back and check out what happened there.
Myron just got something wrong.
John Dickerman got up into the wall. A lot of damage to that truck. Had to bring it down for a fast repair is what happened there. So tough break for one of our championship contenders here. But he is only 1 lap down, so if he happens to catch a caution, get back on the lead lap here.
Keep an eye on Kyle Meyer. He got into the wall there. We'll have to see if it's just a stripe or he's got some damage to that truck.
Try to take a close look here.
He's losing quite a bit of time to Mike DeMico over his last 2 laps. He just lost 4/10 on that last lap there. But he might have hurt the truck a little bit.
Definitely some right front damage to that truck. You can see the fender kind of bent up there. Looks like the right rear is a little pancaked as well, so it is definitely having an effect on that truck. Right now, Mike DeMico is in a league of his own as he continues to lay down some pretty good laps here. That time by, he was 2/10 faster than our second place runner, Peyton Hill. And he was 3/10 faster than our third place runner, Kyle Myers. So he is starting to stretch out his lead right now. Continue to watch the race here tonight. And as you said at the beginning of the broadcast, Jamie, I mean, this is our second season here with Maple Ridge. We've talked about it throughout the season. They made a change here. Last season, it was just straight super late models, and had a wonderful season with Christopher Morris Jr. bringing home the championship last year. And then this season, they decided to make the change to go in between trucks and super late models, and we've had a lot of fun watching these drivers adapt to both. And it's kind of cool to see the championship race in the trucks at a traditional oval track. Well, I won't call Darlington traditional, but at a race that would typically be run on any one of the top 3 circuits. And it's been a lot of fun to watch that. It's been a lot of fun to see it develop and to watch some of these drivers really adapt to it. So it'll be interesting to see what they end up moving on to next season, if they continue this format or change to something completely different.
Yeah, it's definitely a departure from what these guys are used to. You know, this league was set up to be a super late model, short track league, and they expanded that out this year. So we're going, switching back and forth with the trucks and the super lates. And now they're incorporating these larger tracks. So it's definitely a learning curve for some of these drivers out here, but they've responded well. It hasn't affected the racing at all. Racing's been clean. We've had some good competitive races. So, hopefully they'll, keep this and build on what they've done this season. It's worked well.
Yeah, Alex Marinelli's been able to bring in some great new sponsors. They had Row Designs there. They had another one of the paint shops as well come on board. Of course, Vermont Sim Racer and all that they've done for the sim racing community. So Alex has really hit on quite a few different things and really built a good little league here and be able to bring some guys in that are some great racers here. I think next season coming up, we'll mix it up a little bit. Hopefully be able to bring in some new guys. Hopefully some of the guys returning as well. So we'll have to keep an eye on, how they advance forward. But, more importantly, we're going to see who Season 2 champ is here tonight. As we're watching the 4 truck right now, where Brian Hoare get up into that outside wall one more time. And we'll check back in here on the 41 of Mario Ercolani, who's moved up into that 5th position. Right now, Jamie, we're just seeing a whole lot of spacing between all these trucks.
And let's call it what it is. Unless Mike DeMico wads this thing up and throws this race away on his own, he is Season 2 champion. Um, and putting on a clinic here tonight, which really he's done the entire playoffs. Go back to the first playoff race. And, I made the comment early on that we hadn't seen the speed out of Mike D'Amico that we had saw last season. And he responded and has completely been dominant throughout this playoff run. So congrats to him. He's definitely going to be a good representative for the league.
Oh, I completely agree with you. Mike's always a lot of fun to watch race. Very, very good race car driver, and he's always a lot of fun to talk to as well. So, but I'm thinking, if I'm seeing this correctly right now, I think John Dickerman is able to Nope, he is still sitting one lap down. Didn't know if he's able to make himself back around, but we'll keep an eye here. But I think the battle for second place is starting to heat up a little bit here as Peyton Hill is either falling back a little bit to Kyle Meyer or Kyle Meyer's catching up. These two trucks will be battling it out here pretty shortly for that second place. So we are now on lap number 25. We're scheduled 85 here tonight. We have been green the entire time here. We're starting to see a couple of these trucks get lapped. You see Kevin Otis go a lap down right now. An eye on this battle for second place as the 48 and 88 are really close together at this point in time. Both of those trucks over about 2.4 seconds back at Mike D'Amico at this point in time. It looks like Alex Morinelli is going a lap down at this point in time as well, as I think I saw Mike D'Amico pass it. Yep. So that'll put Jake Ellicks in the next truck to go a lap down, but I think he's got a little bit of breathing room right now. Right, somebody needs to tell the 48 and 88 to get to racing each other. We need some excitement. We need then the 88 sends it hard into 3, grabs that outside wall a little bit, so he's going to have to gather that truck up and try it again. He lost all kinds of time there.
Probably more damage to the truck. Was doing a nice job of recovering from his first Darlington stripe that he got. He had lost a lot of time, but over the last few laps, he'd actually gained some time back on Mike D'Amico.
It is such a fine edge when you're driving these trucks or any car here at Darlington. I mean, there is a very specific line you need to run, and a lot of times it's on that outside wall. I mean, the only time you're not on that outside wall is when you're entering turn 1, basically. And then you're letting it go all the way to the outside wall. 3 and 4, you're pretty much riding that wall as well. So it's just such a fine line. If you overstep it just a bit, I mean, some would say, the Darlington's just got huge magnets in the wall because it will suck you in, and there's not a whole lot you can do about it.
That is true. That's a miserable feeling because you cannot get off that wall.
It is.
Try, but just lose gobs of time no matter what you do.
But Mike D'Amico continues to stink the show up here this evening in a very dominant number 29, as we are on lap number 31 of our scheduled 85 here tonight on Maple Ridge's championship race for season number 2. Heading into the race, Mike D'Amico was the points leader and showing exactly why he was as he continues to dominate this race here tonight. His other competitors, Peyton Hill running back in second place right now, 2.7 seconds back of him. And then John Dickerman with early trouble had to come down pit road for an unscheduled stop. Finds himself a lap down right now. So without a caution. And never mind, John Dickerman into the outside wall, down into the inside wall. Truck smoking once again. It will not bring out a caution. But that is going to end John Dickerman's night.
Tough break for John. He had a good run through these playoffs. This is definitely not the result he was wanting to get here tonight. Hats off to you, John. Great season, and great run in these playoffs, my man.
Yeah, I mean, a phenomenal run all season long, and to get to the championship race is awesome. But it looks like deja vu again as he brings a very wounded number 13 down pit road. Obviously, does not have another fast repair, so this will be a lengthy repair, ending his night. Oh, time for pit stops. I thought he was wrecking. He is not. Here comes Mike D'Amico down pit road for his first stop of the night. And I know these guys are running 60% fuel, so not quite sure where that would put him, but it looks like that puts him in cutting this race into thirds. So Mike D'Amico down on pit road right now. Peyton Hill looks like he had already come in the lap before. So as we were watching John Dickerman there, it looks like a series of pit stops has already begun to start here.
Yeah, it was definitely an aggressive approach to pit road there from Mike D'Amico. I don't know, if I'd had as big of a lead as he had, I might have given myself a little more time to get on pit road. But you're right, I thought he was wrecking too.
I did, after watching John Dickerman and all that stuff. When I flashed back to him, I mean, the truck was basically sideways. I'm like, oh, no, he's just coming back. But gets on and off pit road pretty clean here, so we'll have to see where this everything starts to cycle out. It looks like Peyton Hill's going to make up some time on him there. And it really, that's the difference of 1 lap on tires right there. You go from a 2.5-second lead now to a few truck length because you pit 1 lap later than your competitor.
Once again, we see Peyton Hill really take advantage of green flag pit stops to make up some time. That really was the difference in one of the playoff races that helped him advance. After 2 green flag pit stops, he made serious bends. Here he's going to try to take the lead away here from Mike D'Amico. Yeah, Peyton Hill really is very good at taking green flag stops and better in his positions.
Yeah, and another brilliant move here this evening. You see, he was able to make up 2 seconds through that cycle of green flag stops there, and he's now back within touch with Mike D'Amico. So we'll have to continue to watch a little bit too to see when he decides to bring that truck back down pit lane again. Because really, I mean, they stopped at lap 33, lap 34. I mean, you double that up and you say that's lap 66. Well, that's less than 20 laps to go. So you kind of cut this run in half as well, kind of short pit. And that's got to be the thought process, at least for the 48 truck, is when and how do I short pit here and try to take the lead away from Mike D'Amico.
Yeah, if I'm Peyton Hill, I'm definitely going to try to do that. Especially if I fall back again, 2.5 seconds back where he was. If I can sneak in early, he lose sight. Hit that pit road early, get some tires before he does. That's your best shot.
As we continue to watch the trucks go around the track here this evening.
Pit stops were definitely not kind to Kyle Meyer. Maybe he forgot to use that fast repair. Not exactly sure if he finds himself 14 seconds back. Mike D'Amico at this point.
Yeah, that's tough, man. I mean, this is not an easy pit road to get onto at all. I mean, because you're up on that banking and it's super flat down there, and then you got to figure out where it's at too. So this is not easy to get on and off pit road. So probably lost some time just from getting on and off pit road. But Peyton Hill's still staying in touch with our leader, and at this point in time, I think really what he wants to do is just be able to stay closer than he did the last time. Not fall 2.5 seconds back, maybe stay under 2 seconds, and that may be the difference right there.
Absolutely, because he can do that. And do the same thing he just did on that last pit stop. You can come out as the leader, assuming this thing stays green.
Right.
He will come out as the leader heading to the final flag. So, definitely watch to see how this unfolds, but don't count Peyton Hill out for sure.
Absolutely not. Speaking of Peyton Hill here, let's jump in the cockpit of the number 48 and watch him try to chase down our leader, Mike D'Amico. This will give everybody a really good idea. This is turn 1 going in there, and you just watch this truck fade to the outside. You'll listen to it kind of feather the gas a little bit. Chase the rear of the truck coming out of 2. And a lot of off throttle time at 3 and 4. Just letting that truck settle. Back after it again, and we'll let everybody listen to a lap here with Peyton Hill. There you have it, folks. 1 lap there with Peyton Hill, and not an easy track at all.
It is not, but it's very tough to figure out. But once you do, it really is a fun track. And both ends are so totally different from each other. You know, 1 and 2, you can almost flat foot, especially on these fresh tires. You can just about flat foot through there. Turn 3, definitely have to get the truck slowed down. A lot of heavy braking going in. Then you kind of just got to hold what you need.
Yeah.
Try to hold it as much as you can to get your exit off the 4 as good as you can to get a good run to the start-finish line. But it's just so tough, but so rewarding when you get it right.
Yeah, I agree with you, man. Once you get a handle on this track, and you know, we can use a lot of cliches and say it's a driver's track and all these things, but I mean, it truly is one of those tracks. It's a driver's track. You're slipping and sliding the entire time. You know, guys that run dirt love turns 1 and 2 because you're basically pulling a slide job every single lap. You're sending it low, letting that truck fade up, and then trying to get back to the gas. You're going through a very tight turn in turns 3 and 4. But it is. Once you get a handle on it, it is a fun track. It can be a very frustrating track to pass on, as we talked earlier. But I've always enjoyed racing here. It provides for a different kind of racing. I don't know if Peyton Hill got in the wall there or not, but if he didn't, he was sure rubbing it a little bit there.
He's losing a lot of time now. Mike, he's back to 24 seconds.
I think
almost 4 tenths that last lap.
I think he got a little bit of a hug from the wall there, kind of sucked him in and slowed him down. Yeah, as you said, Jamie, he's lost all kinds of time now to our leader. And really, we only got 4 trucks on the lead lap right now. That's Mike D'Amico out leading the race right now. Peyton Hill back there in 2nd place. Mauro Urculani is running back in 3rd place, 21 seconds behind our leader. Him and Kyle Meyer are battling it out right now for that 3rd position. A pretty aggressive move there by the 88. And then we got Brian Hoare running back in 5th position, 1 lap now. Looks like Jake Ellingson is now 2 laps down. Looks like that cycle of green flag stops there was not kind to him. He had a little bit longer of a pit stop, and his time on and off pit lane was one of the slower ones for sure. Kevin Otis also 2 laps down at this point in time, running in 7th. Alex Marinelli running back in 8th position is now 3 laps down. And then we've got John Dickerman on pit road. I'm assuming this is still sitting on pit road, 18 laps down, but hasn't given up the fight yet. I love it.
Yeah, don't quit.
Oh, yeah. Peyton Hill is losing gobs of time here as he is now 3.7 seconds back of our leader, Mike D'Amico. Well, throw all that short pit strategy out the window. That is a monster gap to try to make up as it has grown to 4 seconds down.
Wouldn't be surprised to see if we don't see Mike D'Amico on pit road in the next 2 laps, though. We got about 35 laps to go. A couple more laps, puts him right in that same window where he made his first stop.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, if you talk about like we were saying, if you're going to cut this second run in half, yeah, you probably start to see these guys, come in the next 5 laps or so. But without Mike DeBico just absolutely wadding this truck up for some reason, or we catch a caution here. I mean, it's all over but the crying or the celebrating. One of the two. Somebody's gonna be crying. Somebody's gonna be celebrating. Things are gonna happen.
It'll be 2 weeks in a row that this complete dominating race. We might see Mike DeMico though match Christopher Morse's final race of the regular season, where he had everybody but Jake Ellington lap down. Mike DeMico's on pace to do that as well, because Kyle Meyer and Mario Orcolati are not that way from down.
Very true. I mean, those trucks are 21 and 24 seconds back, and he's running, just under 31-second laps here. So, he continues to kind of make up that time. And I tell you what, that Peyton Hill's truck must really be damaged, because he is now falling 5.5 seconds back to first leader and continues just to lose 2 to 3 tenths every single lap. I tell you, if I'm Mike, yeah, I'm going to play the safest strategy I can think of, and I'm not really going to push that truck too hard. No reason to get anywhere near the wall. And I've kind of seen that out of him in turns 3 and 4. He's running about a lane down. He's actually exiting pretty low off of 3 and 4. I think he's just really trying to stay off that wall, as we see Peyton Hill hit pit road right now. Oh, caution has come out. Kevin Otis has crashed. So we're going to have to see how this cycles out. But Peyton Hill, man, I tell you, you just need to keep driving through, my friend. And he should be able to stay on the lead lap if he doesn't stop. We'll go back and check a look here, as it looks like Peyton Hill, hey, he's listening to the broadcast, just drives right through. He probably do better. I'm just going to say, we're the ones that called that one. But we'll go back and check out what happened to Kevin Otis here. So we see Kevin here just running through turns 1 and 2. Exit off at 2, hits that outside wall hard into the inside wall, and then comes to rest up on the outside wall, up into the racing line. No choice but to throw the caution there, and has to tow to get back to the pits here. So that puts us under our first caution here this evening. So that will bring, well, it's going to bring some of these guys back around. And, Peyton Hill with the driving through the pits instead of stopping there is going to stay on the lead lap. So it's going to be those 4 trucks. And I believe Brian Hoare should get the wave around to put him back on the lead lap. So we'll see how it all plays out here.
That one, I don't think Kyle Meyer used that fast repair first green flag stop. So this might be an opportunity to get him right back in this race.
Yeah, we'll try to take a close look at the truck here as we're seeing him hit pit road. Mike DeBico getting service done. Mike DeBico on and off pit road. We've seen the 88 sit on pit road here for a little bit of time, so I think he's just taking optional repairs right now. We see him waiting on pit road to get those repairs done. It did cycle Peyton Hill back around to the lead, but now Peyton is going to bring his truck down pit road, get his service done.
Well, let's do another caution. This will be it for Mike DeMico on pit road for tonight.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. This should be, barring any more cautions or anything like that, this should be everybody's last trip down pit road. Under 30 laps left here to go. So, but hey, it's going to tighten this field back up here a little bit. Maybe we're going to see some really good racing. Who knows? We got Mario Urcolani now going to be up here in second spot. Kyle Myers going to restart back in the third position after he sat there and got some repairs done. Peyton Hill's going to restart back in the fourth position. So I don't know. We could see some action here.
Definitely could. Be the first time we've seen Mario Urcolani up here with the leaders, so see if he tries to take advantage of his track position and take a shot at leading this thing.
Yeah, that's for sure. Am I seeing this correctly? Is Alex Marinelli also in the Twitch stream right now? Alex, focus on driving, man. Focus on driving.
He's just probably there keeping tabs on how many times we talk about him.
Probably so. And I tell you, we've had a lot of fun with Alex, and I don't think we've even commented here on a little while. But man, what he did with the paint on that truck is absolutely stunning. What he did with our logo and putting it on the side of that truck is just killer. We appreciate it, man. We appreciate him kind of running the Goat Locker, theme on his truck and all that stuff too. But an amazing job, whoever painted that truck. I'm sure it wasn't him. I don't think he's got the kind of skills to do something like that. I mean, he can't even figure out how to start a race.
Very true. But it definitely looks good.
It does. It definitely does.
Lights are off.
And I'm not sure anybody got a wave around here because we still only have 4 trucks on the lead lap. Looks like some people may have just got some end of the line penalties because everybody's lined up single file down low except for our front. So a little strange, but hey, whatever works for him. Mike D'Amico back into the gas. He is taking off, and we are back underway here. Looks like Peyton Hill's going to get around Mario Urcolani as well. Mario probably just got out of the way and said, "You two go battle it out for this championship." So this is that weird time of the race, Jamie. If you're that 48 driver, knowing, man, I got to get up there and race with Mike D'Amico, but it's going to take me abusing my truck here a little bit. So do I go do that now? Do I try to save a little bit? It is a tough spot for that 48 truck to be in.
Yeah, I mean, we seen him really fade on that last run, much worse than we saw him fade on the first run. Might have picked up some damage there with that though, so he should have that all fixed up. This is going to be the shortest run, assuming it goes green. It'll still be the shortest run we've had tonight. I mean, what he kind of don't have a choice but to go after him right now. You can't let him get out ahead.
Yeah. I kind of agree with you there, and so we'll just have to keep an eye on it. But Alex was able to chime in here. It was his truck was painted by Joseph Mitchell. So whoever you are, Joe, hell of a job on that truck. Are we supposed to know who Joseph Mitchell is, Jamie?
Remember right? He's
Hey, well, what was it? What'd you say?
He's the one that made their intro video.
Oh, and that thing is pretty damn killer.
Very good with the graphics.
Yeah, very killer. But, as we start to wind down laps here, Mike D'Amico is pulling away. Once again from Peyton Hill, that lead has grown to about 9/10 at this point in time. So I don't know. Maybe there is no catching Mike D'Amico here this evening.
I'm just kind of looking now like Mike just was toying with them the first 2 runs. He's putting it to it right now.
Yeah, I think I'm sure that Kyle Myers may have not had another issue there because he's kind of fallen back. He's now 7.7 seconds back, and Mario Urcolani's 7.5 back. So not sure what's going on there, but we'll show off that Joseph Mitchell paint scheme one more time with Alex Marinelli and that number 17. Is it Marinelli or Marin?
Marinette.
Eh. No one's ever pronounced my name right in my entire life, so I take joy and pride in mispronouncing other people's names too. As we continue to watch Mike D'Amico here, is that gap has grown to 1.4 seconds, and I'm not sure if Peyton Hill's losing all kinds of time right now. Again, it looks like he's got some more right front damage. So my guess is Peyton Hill is really trying to drive that truck, overdrove it again, and has gotten into the wall because now, yeah, I mean, he is just losing gobs of time again, Jamie.
Tough break for Peyton, but we've given him really good effort tonight. This is just going to be Mike D'Amico's night. He's going to wrap this championship up with a win, cap this season off, be the first champion of any type in Maple Ridge Racing Series, not named Christopher Morrison.
That's true. That's very true. We'll check you back in on Goat Locker Racing Zone. Jake Ellingson here, running back in the 6th position. I started in 6th, he's kind of ran there in 6th, and truck's looking pretty clean, so he must have come down and gotten that faster there that last time by. One lap down at this point in time, but again, unless we catch another caution here or something along those lines, I'd say a pretty solid night. Saw there early on, probably get loose coming off a couple different times, but since then he's kind of gotten a handle on the truck and had a pretty solid night.
Yeah, he's definitely gotten better from definitely going a long way from where he was in practice, for sure. He was having a rough go of it, so let's see, they would put a solid run together. I know he doesn't want to go a lap down, but look, I mean, Mike D'Amico just having that kind of night where if it wasn't for that caution, just about everybody from Peyton Hill would be a lap down right now. So.
That's true. And speaking of pronouncing names, we're having a couple other people chime in on the Twitch stream here, and it's DeLucas. Tim, it's DeLucas. We went through this. Right, Jamie? It's DeLucas, right? Because he sent over something like it's some. I don't forget how he explained it to us.
What's he doing in here?
I don't know.
I thought he was doing a practice race tonight.
Oh yeah. Ah, see, nailed it. DeLucas. Bam. Ooh. You see the 4 getting to the outside wall. It's hitting Jake Ellingson and racing side by side. Jake Ellingson able to move by there, and that puts him up in the 5th position. So that was actually a battle for position there. So move Jake up to the 5th position. And he is the first truck 1 lap down, so something should happen. That wave around will belong to him. So good job, Jake.
Why you don't have to quit?
Tim said he got tired of going in circles. He couldn't take it anymore. And I tell you, we were talking about this last night during the super late model race, and we were at Bristol Motor Speedway. And those super lates have such a sense of speed to them. All they do, they make a lot of power. They're super fast. But you put those suckers on Bristol, man, and it's almost nauseating. Because you're just going around and around and around and around. And you're like, oh, my goodness. And I can, Martinsville's the same. Martinsville's much different, much slower. Those small tracks, man, it gets a little monotonous. Coliseum, the LA Coliseum, kind of got that way too. We had a blast with that race. It was one of our preseason races. It was our kickoff or whatever. Had an absolute blast there. But yeah, that's another one of those tracks that can get nauseating pretty quick.
Yeah, I was not feeling real well after that race. We had fun. Definitely it was a lot funner than I expected it to be, much like the actual real race turned out much better than I thought it was going to be. But I was feeling it when we were done.
Yeah, we had super late models there. And so, yeah, it's just a whole different... Oh, and it looks like Brian and Jake are still battling here as Brian's able to move past the 27 again. These two trucks still running nose to tailgate. This is the best battle we got had all night long. Jake Ellingson's now got a nose underneath him, heading off into turn number 1. Oh, the 4 into the outside wall a little bit, still into the outside wall. Jake Ellingson moves past him one more time, secures that 5th position. 10 laps left here to go tonight to settle this race. Mike D'Amico enjoying himself almost a 6-second lead at this point in time. So we're going to kind of watch this battle for 5th position. It's the best battle on the track here tonight.
Yeah, Brian and Jake are going at it like it's for a race win over 5th place. Mike D'Amico's up there thinking, you two yahoos, bring out another caution here.
Yeah, probably. He's like, everybody just keep it together here. And again, here comes Brian back to the tailgate of Jake Ellingson. It looks like Jake gets the outside wall there a little bit, 1 and 2. Doesn't really get the magnet effect. He keeps that truck wound up and keeps going. As we continue to watch some fun racing here, back to 5th and 6th position. Yeah, I mean, right now Mike D'Amico's out to a 6-second lead over Peyton Hill. Mario Ercolani running back in the 3rd position. Kyle Byer in 4th, and those are your 4 trucks on the lead lap. Your first truck to lap down is Jake Ellingson in the number 27 machine. And we're kind of watching the battle between him and Brian Hoare as Brian's kind of falling back of Jake at this point in time. Oh, and Brian gets real loose getting into 1, saves it. Good save by the driver of that number 3/4 machine, but it cost him all kinds of time back to Jake. So good job, Jake. Probably pull off the top 5 here this evening as long as you can keep that truck pointed straight. We'll go back up and check in on Mike D'Amico here as he continues to absolutely dominate this race here tonight. Will, in essence, lead every lap here tonight. I'm sure there were probably 1 or 2 laps through those green flag cycle stops that he was not the leader, but in essence, lead every lap here tonight.
Well, let's not forget, Peyton Hill took the lead on lap 1 earlier.
Very true.
Peyton Hill led probably the first 5 laps or so of the race.
It seems like so long ago. I totally forgot about that.
It does. About 75 laps ago.
Thanks, Jamie. I can always count on you. So we've got 6 laps left to go here tonight. Mike D'Amico just having an absolutely dominating night. He's had a great season, a dominant season. We watched him win some races in season 1. Definitely has had, just been the strongest car and driver in the playoffs, and that's some dominant performances, and is really going to cap off a great season, like you said, Jamie, with a championship. But not only that, to do it in such a dominant fashion is really going to be the cherry on top for him tonight.
This is a no doubter right here.
Yeah, Papa Ellingson, I think that'd be pretty cool to see if Slinger got onto iRacing. Hey, I've seen a movement, through. There's a lot of tracks out there that people are screaming for iRacing to bring to the platform, and I hear a lot of people talk about Bowman Gray. So it would be fun to see more of the hometown short tracks make it onto the circuit here. But I suppose iRacing only has so much time, and I know they got tons of money. But they only got so much time.
Yeah, I think had the SRX deal happened with Slinger like it was being talked about, I think you might have seen more of an effort to get Slinger on iRacing.
Yeah.
I know there was talk about it being out this year sometime, but I haven't heard any more recently. Ooh, look at who there. Jake Ellingson moved up to 4th.
Yeah,
Kyle Meyer is now falling a lap down.
Yeah, he has brought that truck down pit lane. It must be getting ready to blow up or something. It's got a ton of damage to it. But he is down on pit road right now with only 2 laps left here for the night. So move Jake Ellingson up into the 4th position. Mike D'Amico continues to lead 6.5 seconds at this point in time. Just looking to go get that white flag here as he heads down off into turns 3 and 4. as we're on our final lap here this evening, Tim weighs in with the fact that they brought Bowman Gray in, they wouldn't have enough staff to handle all the protests and complaints. So, yeah, you're probably right there. But as we watch uh, Mike D'Amico come around 3 and 4 for the final time here this evening, he is going to win here tonight at Darlington Speedway in a very, very dominant fashion. So congratulations on our winner here tonight, Mike D'Amico, and congratulations to our new champion, hey, Mike D'Amico.
Yeah. Great run through playoffs.
Yeah.
Great guy. I'm really happy.
And I tell you, when you win these championships and win these races, man, I don't think we talk about it enough. There's a lot of time and energy that goes into this. There's a lot of time, energy, and money, that goes into these things. And for us diehard race fans, this is a way for us to get involved in the sport, to really go out there and pursue our passion and drive and race. And so when you put all this time, money, energy, and effort into it, and you win these races, and you win these championships, man, I mean, it feels real good, and you really accomplish something with it. I know in the races that I've won and championships that I've won, we put a lot of time and energy, and holy crud, a lot of money into it, Jamie.
Yeah.
We're not supposed to talk about that out loud, just in case one of our wives are watching or something like that. Whew, it's an expensive little hobby, just like racing is. I mean, you think about the Ellington family, and you think about Megan and that Bandolero that she races. I mean, none of that's cheap. I mean, your fuel and tires, and getting to the track every week, and all the things that you've got to do. But man, for us diehard race fans, we wouldn't have it any other way. And like you said early on, I mean, Mike D'Amico is going to be a great champion for this series and a great representation of Maple Ridge and all that they're doing. But we'll wait for a couple of these guys to jump up into the waiting room, as Jake Ellington has decided to come celebrate his fourth place win. Do some donuts on the front stretch. So burn him down, Jake. Well, there goes the motor. That was the end of that.
Motor celebrating being the first track lap.
Hey man, you got to celebrate the little things, right? Nice one.
He wasn't in the hole enough already. Thanks.
Awesome stuff there. Well, we've got our third place finisher, Mario Ercolani, sitting on the waiting room waiting for us. Let's go ahead and grab a hold of Mario. Hey, Mario, it's Pat and Jamie up in the broadcast booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, boys, what's happening?
Well, we got to watch a pretty cool race here at Darlington. I mean, lots of up and down, cycle of green flag stuff, but you were able to hold on for that third position here tonight. So just kind of take us through your race and how you were able to get the podium finish.
Attrition, I think, was about it. I'm not very good there. I've got minimal laps. Actually, tonight I think was my first laps there in any type of race. Just kind of doing my thing, trying to learn the line a little bit and stay out of as much trouble as I can. I didn't want to get into Mike or Peyton's way. They seemed to be pretty fast tonight, so I kind of let off at that last restart and told them go for it, boys.
Hey Mario, congratulations on top three finish. Way to cap off this season here. Your first one here with Maple Ridge. You picked up a couple wins here this season. Get your thoughts on how you felt like this season went with this format, and what your thoughts are going forward with Maple Ridge Racing.
I thought it was a great season. I think it's a great league. I took a little break towards the end of the season. I had some racing going on and some personal stuff, and kind of threw me off coming back, but definitely a great group of guys, great broadcast with you and Goat Locker. You guys, I really appreciate you guys doing what you did for us all season. It's been a lot of fun for sure.
Outstanding, man. It's been great. It's been great for us to be here, and I've enjoyed watching you race all season long. But anybody you'd like to thank, shout out, sponsors?
Yeah, I want to thank Goat Locker and Maple Ridge specifically tonight at the end of the season, and appreciate all you guys did. I'm glad I got to talk to you one more time, and always want to thank Elite Performance Industries.
Awesome, Mario, man. But a pleasure to watch you race, and what a great season for you, man. And we'll see you back out on the track sometime soon.
Oh yeah, appreciate you guys. Thank you very much for all you've done.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
All righty. Well, I got a message from the league owner, Alex Marinelli. He said, "Hey, bring me in the broadcast booth real quick. So, get your best jokes ready, Jamie. We're gonna roast him."
You have extra money?
I don't know. Let's find
Yeah.
out. Hey, Alex, it's Pat and Jamie up at the booth. How you doing, backmarker?
I'm doing great, guys. How are you?
Did you just really baa like a goat? Did that
That
just
was
happen?
a real bot. That was like not even a sound coming out of a machine. To me.
A man of many talents, I see here this evening. I don't really know how else to comment on that one, but what's going on, Alex?
I just wanted to take a moment to thank both you and Jamie. You guys have been outstanding to work with the past couple seasons, and we'll certainly miss you both. We also want to just take a moment to thank you both for your service. It's greatly appreciated. So, anybody out there listening to this, or who might be listening to this in the future, if you need broadcast partners, please do yourself a favor. Reach out to Go Locker Racing. These guys are outstanding, and they will certainly represent your league any way that you'd like. These guys are great. So, Jamie, Pat, thank you. I'll let you get back to work here, but thank you so much. It's been a pleasure.
Well, I mean, we've had an awesome time with it, Alex, as well, and I'm sure it will continue to work together. Our leagues will continue to work together, and all those different types of things, man. But awesome job with what you've done with the league, man. But yeah, we got a couple more people to interview. We got a champion to talk to, so we'll talk to you again soon, Alex.
See you guys.
And there you go, man of talents. He came in baying like a goat. He's done that before, hasn't he, Jamie?
I think so, but it always takes me off guard when he does it.
Yeah, strange little guy. All right, let's grab a hold of Peyton Hill. Hey, Peyton, it's Pat and Jamie up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, what's up, guys?
Well, I mean, a solid run for you here tonight in that 48 truck. I mean, you took the lead early on, then kind of faded back. You short pitted a little bit, got within touch of Mike D'Amico. Man, it looks like a couple times you just kind of pushed that truck really hard and maybe overstepped it and got out into that outside wall. But what a battle here tonight. So take us through your race, man, and how you brought it home in second place.
Well, I remember starting on the. I knew I had to get a good start, and I tried to get out front because of Jonathan Dickerman. I knew he was in the points battle, so I wanted to be out in front of him primarily, as well as Mike. And I know Mike's a fast driver. I mean, I'm pretty sure he's the one that won at Pocono, and it was just a great battle throughout the entire. He's a great racer. Like he flies in these trucks, and I love the trucks as well. And I knew Darlington. I've won here before in the online official series, and I love this track, especially in the trucks. And I was quite faster than, or not quite faster, but I was a little faster than him in 3 and 4. And I made a slight error, and he was able to get under me. And his best corner was 1 and 2. So it was back and forth. And then I tried to come down pit road really early because that was my plan tonight, is just a short pit everything. And as soon as I hit the cones and Michael was going to lap me if I actually took the pit stop. So I didn't know what to do. And I ended up just driving through and then getting my lap, keeping myself on the lead lap, and then coming down pit road. And at that point, we didn't have any more tire sets, and if a caution came out, it would have just tightened us back up. So I was more so saving the tires because Michael, he's fast when he's out front. So it was a fun race, and I'm glad to be back here at the booth with you guys.
Peyton, man, congratulations on the second place finish tonight. You ran a great race. This is not the first time we have seen you use pit strategy to, better your position on the track. So I'm curious, man. I mean, how much time and effort do you put into practicing green flag pit stops and working out your strategy ahead of time? Because there's no way I'm gonna believe that you sitting there in the middle of the race and just throwing these plans together.
If this was a real event that I have a lot of people watching, I'd be saying, yeah, I practice green flag pit stops all week, every week. Uh, no, I probably practice about one or two in the practice session before, and I think I'm ready to go. And I have a overlay that tells me when the fuel window opens, and as soon as it opens, I'm coming down pit road, and really pushing the issue on trying not to speed.
I mean, like I said, we've seen you in the past really work the green flag pit stops to your benefit. Again tonight, it looked like you were in position to possibly sneak a win out using it. Unfortunately, that caution kind of came out and threw that out the window. But again, congratulations on second place finish tonight. Congratulations on being in the playoffs, and a great season for you this whole season. So, anybody you'd like to thank? Shout out sponsors.
Yeah, I'd like to thank out my team at 7-2 Motorsports. They're a big help, just in general, people to race with. It's real fun. I got to thank you guys in the broadcast booth for being here all season. It was fun with seeing you guys in my first race on this season. I'm glad to see you guys on the last one, so that's pretty awesome. I'd like to thank Alex for letting me come in a race late, as well as Chris for inviting me into the league, and all the friends and family watching at home. That was it. It was a great race. I enjoyed it. So thank you guys.
Yeah, man. Well, I mean, a very strong season for you in the races that you were here, man. Good to be able to talk to you again as well. Strong run here tonight, man, and we'll see you back behind the wheel of these cars here soon.
Yes, thank you so much. Have a
All
good
right,
one.
man. All righty. So I guess it's time for the champ, huh? I feel like we should have some music going. I don't know, party poppers, anything. We don't have any of that stuff, by the way. So if anybody's expecting it, we don't have it. We're just gonna say, "What's up, champ?" Hey, champ. It's Pat and Jamie up in the booth. You got a copy?
Don't flatter me, guys. How you doing?
Well, it's not flattery. I mean, it's just the truth. It's what happened.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. So
How
I
you
mean,
guys doing?
I'm we're great. Probably not nearly as good as you because I mean, man, you put on a dominant performance here tonight at not an easy track. I mean, we talked earlier before the race. I mean, we were surprised it was a day race, which was going to amplify Darlington's issues, but you had a handle on this from the drop of the green flag, man. So, one, congratulations on another dominating performance. Two, congratulations on the championship. What a great driver to represent this series and bring home the championship. So, just take us through your night here tonight and how you're able to bring home the win.
Well, I appreciate those kind words, but let me tell you guys how nervous I was thinking about this race all day. I'm like, I'm gonna screw something up. I'm sitting there at work, something comes up thinking about it. I'm like, oh no, pits in my stomach. I'm glad it went the way it did tonight. The car started off extremely loose, but once you got a handle on it for about 15 or so laps, it felt good. Towards the end of the run, it turned extremely tight. But I mean, me getting through one and two the way I did all night really helped me put a lead on Peyton and definitely helped me win this race. He was getting me in three and four a little bit, but I was making it up a ton in one and two. That's for sure. But all in all, it was a great race. I kept it off the wall until the end, and you know what? Got a championship. Just like you guys were trying to get it out of me last night, saying I'm going to win the whole thing. I was just like, yep. I wasn't going to say too much.
Mike, congratulations on winning the championship and winning tonight. So, I had to laugh when you said you were thinking about this race all day. I go through that myself on big races, and so it don't matter if it's big race or not, I still go through it. But anyways, so I'm really curious, what was going through your mind there on lap one when Peyton Hill puts a slide job on you coming off of turn four? That was really close. At least it looked close up here in the broadcast booth. So what were you thinking when that happened?
I was getting ready to figure out a way to get by him because I wanted to lead this race and get out front and get far ahead and not really have to worry about traffic behind me. That was the whole thing. But you know what? He had a great run and he made a great move on me. And I almost got into him going into three, but I held up a little bit. But I'm just glad I got by him.
Right on. All right, so I'll ask you the same thing I asked Mario. Give us your thoughts on this format with Maple Ridge this season. How you felt like this worked? Switching between the two different cars and going to some bigger tracks, what you guys have done in the past, and also, what are your thoughts about the league going forward?
I really like the format this year. I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of the trucks, but I find myself I run better in trucks than I do super late models. I need some more work on the super late model side, even though I had a win earlier this year at Southern National and almost had one at Iowa. But this is a good format, but I think we're going super late model racing full time next season, so that should be exciting. And I plan to be back for the next season, so I'm looking forward to defending the championship. That's for sure.
Again, congratulations on winning that championship. Anybody you want to thank? Shout out, sponsors?
Yes, I do. I want to shout out to my best friend Lou and his fiance Alex for watching every single race. I appreciate you guys watching. And we got a championship. Anyone else watching? I know Mama Ellingson, High Guns Pop, I've seen in chat. I've watched. Thank you guys for watching. And anyone else, thank you. I hope we put on a great show this season.
Well, you need to work
And
on.
thank you guys as well.
Yeah.
You guys make us look good every week, and it's not going to be the same with you guys not in the booth next season. So, whatever you guys are doing next season, good luck to you guys. I'll be tuning in regardless.
Well, you can always come join us and come race with us over at Go Locker Racing.
I could. I gotta get the kids to bed though. So I mean, let's say if you move the league to like 8:30, 9 o'clock, that could work. I might be able to get some 8 o'clocks in. I'll do some sweet talking.
All right, all right. Well, fair enough. And one other thing, Mike. I mean, we'd be amiss without kind of pointing this out. I mean, if you're going to be a champion, at least learn where to park your truck. The viewers right now, I mean, you're not even on the start finish line. You're just kind of hanging out on the track, man. So
I got a blown engine.
all right. We're going to give you a pass on that one, but hey, Mike, congratulations on the championship. You know, what a dominant performance here tonight. What a great race. Been awesome watching you race. I know you continue to do some good things out there. Hopefully, we see you over at Go Locker Racing, but we also truly appreciate all the support and everything. But get out there and celebrate that championship. You damn sure earned it.
Thank you guys. I appreciate it, and I will see you guys down the road.
All right, brother. All righty, Jamie. Well, there you have it. That's it. Game over. Fat Lady has sung.
Fat Lady has sung, and as much as I do appreciate the kind words that Alex had to say when he came up in the booth, please ignore him. Do not contact us. We are out of the broadcasting business. Our sole focus at this point going forward is on Goat Locker Racing. So don't listen to Alex and call us on broadcast. We're not doing it.
Yep, so yeah, I mean, cats out of bags and all that other kind of crazy stuff. We have absolutely enjoyed our time here with Maple Ridge. We have enjoyed getting to know Vermont Sim Racer and everybody up there and what they're doing and all the guys here. And these guys have come over and started to race with us. But yes, our league, Goat Locker Racing, is based on veterans and working with veterans, and we really want to draw back into that. We'll continue to broadcast, but we're going to broadcast our own races. So you're going to still see us up in the booth, but you're going to see a lot more racing and a lot more Goat Locker stuff. And we really want to kind of draw back into that. And we've built such a great community around that. So we're anxious to continue to see some of these Maple Ridge guys and race with them. We've developed some good friendships with some great drivers, and looking forward to that. But yeah, for everybody that tunes in, man, do we appreciate it. We appreciate all the love, the support, the kind words, the jokes, the laughs, everything that we do. We're not going anywhere. You can still tune in and catch us. We're going to be doing a lot of broadcasting and things like that, but it's all going to be centered around Goat Locker. So be sure to catch us tomorrow night. We're with the trucks at Martinsville. Yeah, so that should be a lot of fun in the Goat Locker Racing Series. And then just stay tuned. We're getting ready to launch a new fundraiser with Veterans 48, which is going to be awesome. Mama Ellingson, I think, mentioned in the stream here, or Papa Ellingson did, that it was Mama Ellingson. They picked up another veteran-owned company as a sponsor for Pagan and her Bandolero. We are back as a sponsor with that as well. So we continue to stay involved in the racing community and all our great sponsors. So stay tuned. A lot of cool things coming up. But in the short term, tune in tomorrow night and hang out with us. We're going to have a blast, and we appreciate everything. So we'll see everybody tomorrow.